Okay. Let's see. Test. Mic looks on. Cool. All right. Hopefully that's working. Okay, cool. But maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Welcome, guys. Let's see here. Hi, Darn Cookie. Hopefully more people come in. Or at least say hi to me. Let's see. Get going on this very shortly. So I could just kind of jimmy this over just one little bit there. There we go. Hey, hey. Alrighty. This is a new layout for me. Yeah, I'm not used to the any of this really. All the source filmmaker stuff. It's like meeting an old friend. But let's see here. Hi guys. Hi, sorry, Cookie. Now I can wave to you with me here. 'Cause you guys demanded it. It's a pretty good race. Pretty good. We did I guess for context, let's just get that out of the way. I did a poll on Discord over the weekend to say, hey, what do you guys want to see for like future streams, or what can I do better and all that kind of stuff? Because I was not really sure about myself, because I've been kind of falling into this kind of very repetitive track. So just wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you guys actually want out of these, and all that kind of stuff. So asked you guys, like, hey, should we like continue and like wrap up like that really long kind of, honestly didn't quite work out, kind of hard 3D animation where we did with Derpy and the Blender animation. You guys voted 2-1 to not do it, so that's why we're here, doing something different. So then the other poll was to decide like what should we do then instead. And I just kind of just picked out some random stuff, like stuff I was kind of like, maybe I can do this, maybe it'll be okay or not. Once we get there, I'll figure it out, figure out the logistics of it, I guess, and figure out like, okay, hopefully when we get there, maybe if someone votes on it, then I'll figure it out. You guys chose one of the harder ones, which is something in Source Filmmaker animation, which I haven't touched Source Filmmaker in like 8 or 9 years, so that's what I mean. Like, I'm not used to this. I'll get into how much experience and all that in a bit. It's not much. And then the other one was the poll question was how much you want me to explain things. Because I apparently get too long-winded or too much jargon, just too much into weeds, I guess, of just how much I don't quite explain things, or explain them in the most textbooky kind of like, mitochondria is this sort of a cell that does this sort of stuff, and it's like much more. It's the true terms and everything, but it's just not explaining like I guess easier ways for you guys and animation students to not animation students understand what I mean, sort of stuff like that. So. I believe that was to be explain it like a 5-year-old, or explain it like I'm 5, try to make it a little bit easier, like mitochondria is powerhouse of the cell, kind of a thing. So I'm gonna hopefully Boz can help me to help me with making sure that I step back and say, hey, this might be a complicated, kind of a kind of a thing that might just go just so deep into just being complicated and just jargon and heavy. And jargon is just the, we can start off trying to practice this. Jargon is the terms and words that a specific lane of people would like, in the know, would kind of like understand. So like, oh, a motion graph and a node editor and all these kind of crazy stuff, and floating points, all this kind of stuff that's like the layman might not understand, I guess, or the normal person, I guess, on the street might not know what a node editor means. Or if you're like, show like, hey, how would you node this up, and they'd be like, I don't know, kind of stuff. Anyway, let's see here. What animation story I think would be good practice? Derpy sitting juggling muffins. Whoa! You know, that's what we're gonna be doing today, Star. So you're ahead of the curve. Yeah. So the source Filmmaker. I'm just gonna go by my very limited knowledge of this. So probably all this stuff that I'm probably explaining is gonna be as much as I know. Yeah. So your idea, I'll log that in somewhere. So don't you worry about that. Otherwise, I'd like open Flash, and it's like that's a little too much for right now. I guess I can do that. Why not? Let's do it. Because I was gonna show like all the different assets and stuff, you know, that I do have. Ooh, let's make it nice purpley blue. Let's make that black, and let's get it to be where we can read it. Use my 2 movement controls now. I don't know what the even just select things is now broken. There we go. Thank you. So I'll start logging different ideas. So as you guys come up with ideas, I'll log them in here. But I was going to show off what kind of assets and stuff that I do have, so that'll be a little easier. I do have Derpy. I'll get into that. And I don't believe I don't have a muffin. So yeah, rescan. So I started getting these some pony models, but off of one of the packs, I guess. So I just found this today. So I do have these ones. So yeah, try to make it as simple as possible would be the best. That's what the Blender tree Derpy one was kind of complicated. That's a string of syllables. So I do have a Derpy. But obviously I have all the other regular source Filmmaker stuff. I don't think I downloaded all of them, but definitely got bored and I'll probably need to. So let's see. Hi, Elijah. My talking's kind of broken. Let me get some water. Welcome. How am I doing today? Pretty good. Got some exercise in the morning. That kind of woke me up. Didn't have breakfast before then. So that was bad. But, let's see. Yeah, we had a big rainstorm just in the last hour, and I was freaking out. That's like, we literally lost power. So, thankfully my computer is on generator or like on battery power. Beyond some daisy chain of that. So, we should be good. But, yeah. Let me know if the stream dies. Let's see here. So I got all these different models. These are literally from like one pack. So trying to see what we got here. So we got a bunch of background ponies. I know that we just passed like some of the main 6 here. So we do have a bunch. These are all good. Okay, so maybe we do have the main 6 plus a bunch of background ponies. That's good. These are all G4. I think I saw a post where there was a G5. What was it, like Pip or Zip? Can't remember. There's one of them, and I just couldn't quickly. I had to quickly find Derpy first. That was my first goal. Was to find her. So yeah, if we wanted like a Pip or something, then I'll have to search around for it. So at least maybe you can read some of those that I do have of specifically pony ones. So yeah. Hello, cartoons. Welcome. You get a little wave. Ah. All right. She can juggle tiny Derpies. Oh, that'd be cute. I believe we can just call it SFM. That would help. Yeah. Source Filmmaker is a little hard. What we gotta do? I was gonna go to Flash again just to get my. So everyone who's joining, I'll be taking your suggestions. I'll be taking your story suggestions. So Star's got a couple, or Cookie got one here. So you guys, maybe we could just Derpy Juggles. I'll rewrite it. Tiny Derpies. Awesome. So I think I'll just put it in the middle, whatever. There you go. So I got some ideas here. Thank you. So let's see what we got. So we got this and we got this. So obviously I don't have a muffin bottle ready. I did start to look into like how do you import like, because I know Blender now, allegedly. So I could figure out the method to, I don't know the method offhand to import a Blender model into SourceMaker. And I found a couple YouTube videos and they were like, these other 3 programs, I don't know if they're legal or not, whatever. Just get these 3 programs and then you just do this complicated, like, say if you put it there, use your DLMs, you know, it's like, don't worry about this firewall, it's okay. It's like, what? So, for right now, I'm just gonna work with these ones here. So obviously I still have all the TF2s and stuff, and what even is that? That's nothing. There it is. Haha. Yeah, so I do have all of the TF2 stuff and apparently Half-Life movies. I'm scared to look at those. I'm scared as up. Did download some. I don't know how legalities and copyrights of all this is going to be very loose, so sorry about that if you made all these. I'm not exactly going to be able to figure that out. But I think I downloaded some EQG characters as well, so there's some of these, probably not as much. These are from a map, Gerudo Valley. I've downloaded a whole bunch of these like 9 years ago, so there's a whole bunch here for all the those bips. Got Applejack. Hi bye Sasha. Let's see here. The best why. Hello. Let's see. It's fine as it's all framework. See, I'm now trying to, I'm not gonna like go out and like trying to sell this and say, hey, or like print DVDs and start selling them on the street. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. It's gonna be tricky if I try to put this into a video, I guess, you know, of like, oh, here's where my work is, or, oh, definitely putting this not on my portfolio sites. I have a portfolio site, so that would be a little weird. Be really tricky to credit everyone. Anyway, let's go back to user. Where'd it go? User mod. So I have these, and I definitely have Derpy. So that's like my starting, always my default. So that's usually like my safe area to make sure that everything is good for these. Okay, let's go back. Idea should be simple. Do not make a full story arc. That is true. Yeah. Let's not make it Fallout Equestria or whatever it is of like intense amount of like, well, we need, you know, 500 characters that then go into battle, and then Lord of the Rings style of these huge, every character does their own thing kind of huge thing. My power went out for a hot sec. Are we good? Excellent connection. My light turned back on. Cool. Okay. All right. Nice. Boop boop boop. Valve fully supports my creativity using S as long as money is emanating off it. Yeah. Let's see about that. With how complicated this is gonna get. Okay. So obviously, yeah, I just wanted to go over like what kind of models we do have, even though I didn't really kind of go into all these. I'm more of a Portal guy. I do like Portal more than the, I guess the like Half-Lives and Team Fortresses. I played Team Fortress for like maybe like less than a half hour. So yeah, it's a door. Awesome. Ooh, it's choline. That means it's not being, it's how do you describe choline? Anyway, it's invisible on one side. It's like a one-way mirror. Anyway, let's see. Am I well? I think I'm okay. Yeah, we just had a big storm this afternoon that was like, seemed like very intense, and I was like, uh-oh. I was in the bathroom, and then the lights just all turned off, and I was like, uh-oh. Because I had to make sure like my computer was okay too, you know. I had to run back and go, okay. Again, my computer is on backup, battery and generators and everything set up, so apparently we're still good. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's just start going with, go back here. So, just start thinking of ideas for stuff. Now that we have an idea, like its scope of it, like, oh, it should be pretty simple and it doesn't have to be Derpy related, but at least that'll be the easiest for me to get, you know. So we have, let's get it back up. So I'm gonna need your guys' help to help me with this. So if you have any ideas and stuff, so your comments for ideas. Up here. Is there a downwards carrot? Is that just a V? Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Team Fortress, Dota, Counter-Strike, and Listen to the mods for Half-Life. Oh, yeah, that's true. But it wants to go. Orangeback would then be to go. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Well, wasn't that treat recently? Who was it? Was it Xbox? It was like, we're going yellow orange now or something. And all the comments are like with the orange box. It's probably some Forza thing. Who knows? I didn't follow up on that. Can we make portals in SFM? I don't know. My knowledge is I can open it, and I figured out how to render a movie. That's about it. I know how to. I did watch the tutorials. There's official, quote official tutorials by Valve that kind of went to pretty good depth. That was pretty easy to understand, and I just kind of watched those. I haven't really. I played for it a little bit, but not enough to like. Here's a whole thing that I made. It's kind of like, oh, here's some random stuff I did. If I can like open that, so if I can find that. In one of these sessions, it's probably test or is it testy? Let's see. Might be testy. It could be test. Hang on. That's the wrong game on them. Let's save it. Well, there's like two of them. There's like testy and test. That's like, I want to make sure it is one of these. Yeah, here it is. Okay, cool. Perfect. I want to make sure. Hi, guys. I made this last night. Let's see if it works. Yeah! All right. So I got that. Let's get it to loop. So there you go. So you can see like I got a Equestrian Girls Derpy hanging out. I got Cheryl rolling around, and I got Captain Falcon T-pose in there. So I got this to work. This is my full knowledge of Source Filmmaker right now is getting this to work. So you're not missing much. Let's see. Ooh, we got ideas. All right. Let's see. Different heads of community. Oh, I'll add that in. Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading your stuff now. Okay. So yeah, I got this to work. Pretty proud of it. Don't record game. That's what that does. I thought that was a stop button. That's how we're doing this. Let's add another. How do we? It's work camera. Oh geez. If I select camera and go to find, does that work? Maybe. Or somewhere. Hey, we did it. Okay. Let's see. So I animated Crescent Girls Derpy. Let me and unenabled lights. There you go. So I got a Crescent Girls Derpy here, and I got to like move her head a little bit, so she kind of nods a little bit. So that was animated. That's animation. There you go. It's so weird to play with this because it's like a video game, but you're just able to sort of play with it. It's weird. I don't know. You want to do a Coco Bowl? I'm watching. Coco is the fashion one. She can design a dress for, I want to say Derpy, but is that too predictable? Make Coco wear her best ball gown or something. I don't know. Make her happy. Let's see. Let's get out of here. I got some ideas. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you. Where was it? Derpy Hooves, Queen Cube. That should be in there, hopefully. I'll fix this for you. There you go. Derpy Hooves, Queen Cube. Static AKs is somebody supposed to dynamic which means it moves. Right. Easily animate that though. Take a look at it curiously and ref from around automatically. Whoa. Yeah, she can maybe like a cube like drops and then like in front of Derpy and then Derpy then hugs it or something. That would be cute. I like that. Let's see. If everyone else is in chat, we're decided on a story. Something really quick, something really dirty. Not dirty, quick and dirty. There you go. Please don't make it dirty. Of something really simple. This is like a very, you see how simple these are. Some kind of really easy story, so I can try and animate it. Hopefully it'll sound a little better and look a little better than whatever this will be. Got some animatronic-y going on here. So how complicated was that? I don't know. That's Derpy. So I figured out that there's different stuff here. Yeah, so once we get into it, it's going to be very confusing looking of how complex this sort of looks, but it's not quite super complex. This is what I mean, like, when I was talking about like those shape keys in Blender, where like in shape keys were pretty complex of how you have to like make all these different variations to the model. Where you can say like I want the mouth or something to open or something, or I guess I only have eyes to play with, so the body is all these different things. Arms. If I just start like rotating it, they kind of rotate around. So that's just simple animation. But I think these are shape keys. Sort of. Some of these are. Fingers might have something. Here's unknowns. Eyelid down. Yeah, so these are shape keys. Shape keys allow for deformations of the mesh. So basically, the polygons are being retargeted and moved around, and based on there's like two poses. So like this is pose 1 and then unpose. So like this is the base, and then it can dynamically move the different pieces around. So the different polygons. So under the hood, it's changing the actual geometry of what's going on. So I think this one's gonna go the opposite way, like whoop. Eyelid down. So that does the same thing. So it's using these sliders, so you can probably see on the left here. And I'm kind of moving these around. So that's what I wanted to do with the Blender one, with the Derpy animation, was just able to just animate it so I can just, I need to like have the, see if there's any like jaw left or something, jowl, and just kind of slowly just kind of move those around. Blank does nothing. Deformation jaw. So it's just gonna be just playing around with all of these to see like what is able to be moved around or not. But yeah. Let's see here. Hi Two-Tailed, welcome. We're writing the story, so if you have any ideas for which we should make for SFM animation, let me know. That's what we're doing today. Boop 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 boop. It's just so funny. Yeah. Hi Frenchie, welcome. Same to you too. If you have an idea for a animation, this is pretty loose right now. So this is one of my test ones. So this isn't anything right now. This is like a Zelda map. Everything's so weird in here. Got the Falcons hanging out. So he should have his own animations or something. Yeah, so this is my test map, so I can have something to show you. Here she is. Yeah, so this is anything right now. We have an idea for something completely unique or something. That's what I'm looking for. So I can get that going and animate something with that. After kind of story. So what we got so far is some of these ideas. Started off with Derpy juggling for a bit, and Derpy hugging companion cube. So Filmmaker has a bunch of old Valve games, Portal, Half-Life, Team Fortress. So all those assets are available, and plus a couple pony ones. So downloaded some pony ones. I'll show that again. User mod. So I have a bunch of, I think the main 6 has ponies, and as well as a bunch of background ponies or other kind of secondary characters. So most of the background characters now will become secondary characters. Yeah. There she is. And of course Derpy. So, but yeah, that's what we're doing today. Is hopefully you guys, if anyone else in the comments or watching, if you have an idea, like like how the Star and Cookie are coming with ideas. If you have anything, I'll add them into here. And if you come up with an idea, then I'm able to work on your idea for who knows how long. You know, might have this work on this for a couple weeks. You know. Beep. Thank you, Cookie. Come between 2 assets to begin with. I think it does. It definitely is a way to get to new stuff. It definitely has TF ambulance and TF movies. So all of these guys. And he doesn't have face. Why doesn't he have face? When I played TF2 for like that half hour, I was the engineer. So, I don't think I had the best first experience with it. I was like, this is dumb. This isn't fun. You just go around and just kind of wait and just kind of hide in a corner. And you just hope that your little turret does anything. But you always have to stand back and stand like next to it. Because then the turret then, you got to upgrade it. And it keeps getting damaged, so you like had to keep going around and keep doing it. And I was like, man, that's what this game is. Just seeing everyone just run around and going, okay, yeah, this isn't, what are these, how does it, whoa, wow. Hey. So many things I haven't seen in this. Oh, cool. It's just fun to, like, just go through all these. I'm sure people have done videos of, like, 3-hour videos of looking through every single thing here. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, so it has TF2 and the TF2 movies. I looked for Portal 1 stuff, but I guess it must not have been source or something. I don't know. I tried looking for Portal 1 assets, but they didn't seem to be there, so yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to do the running gun. I wanted to play as a support. I wanted to play as, you know, just kind of hide in a corner and just kind of, I don't know, not do anything. I didn't want to go around and just shoot things, though. I wanted to be the passive, like, hopefully this other thing will do something. That was another thing, too, is, like, I didn't quite get the in-game of, like, with Team Fortress of, like, oh, you've fallen 3 times, but I fell you 2 times. That means you're the winner. Okay. Like, I never got the hook to, like, get that stickiness to, like, ooh, if I play this again, maybe I'll get, that's what I kind of stopped, like, I stopped myself and going, like, what am I actually doing? Like, not really feeling happy when playing this, you know, it's kind of like the cycle of, like, ooh, I gotta, you know, one more turn, I'll get, something, I don't know, but, yeah. Like we didn't have any, but still a lot of fun. Yeah, so I did play the engineer. That's what I was my that's my character that I played as for a bit. I also played Overwatch for like 10 minutes, just playing it in the test room because they had a free weekend. And I was like, I'll just play it just to see. So I played as the snow lady, the one with the snow powers. And I was like, okay. I didn't actually play any games because like this isn't me. This isn't great. Anyway, let's see. So we got all that assets. We got all these. So these are the shape keys. And there. Those allow for bending of the polygons themselves, which are tricky. Like if I can, it would be nice. Like if you guys wanted that muffin, you know, if you voted for the muffin one, then I'm gonna definitely have to figure out a way to import. Like I can make a muffin in Blender, model it, problem is I don't know how to rig it, and then also do the whole circus lap of loops of hoops to be able to get it into this program. Probably have to like, do I have to like use a 2012 version of Blender or something to do something like that? So, don't have nothing model, so yeah, I should just get rid of it. I'm sorry. Until I can figure that out. Yeah, maybe we gotta like look for it, but for right now I'm not sure if we vote on one of these, then if this one wins, then I'll be up a creek for a puddle. I'm sure there are. Let's see if MLP only muffin model. I'm getting other stuff. But it was pretty tricky to even. It was a little bit tricky to find the just the main 6 and getting those models in, which was one pack, so that was really nice. So thank you. I think just finding some props are gonna be a little bit tricky. There is a website that I found that had a bunch of assets, so maybe we can pony assets as well. So I could probably look through there. But it would be nice if I can just figure that out and just figure out how to get the Blender import, figure that out. Yeah, I'm just seeing a whole bunch of stuff. I've always been like, I've been so 2D based for like the last up to now that every time I look at Derpy Hooves and like look at different image boards, I always like turn off 3D. It feels bad, but it's just like I just didn't get the appeal of it, so I was just like, no, please. I would rather not look at them. I know you guys are so talented, but it's just like I just don't like how they look. It's just like just feel like not very I don't know. Maybe I should stop there. Let's see. Thank you, Ben. Also, hello. Hi there. Yeah, I'll have to look for it. For the muffin. The room's a little bit configuration and enhance fin and a muffin. I'm not actually sure what those characters are, or even what those are. We'll have to look into that as well. So maybe I'll just go with thank you. If I had a choice out of these, I would choose this one. So does anyone actually know what this is? Or if Ben can explain it? That would be great. Yeah. Let me upload a video. Let's see what is this. Oh, that's cool. I looked up SFM Ponies Muffin 2014. There is a muffin model there. I was always like not interested in 3D stuff as well because I always felt like the timing was always a little bit weird. I feel like noob 3D animators always make things go in slow motion or like have big camera moves for no reason. And it's like it's kind of like my pet peeve when they in 2D always have things on have a profile view the entire time. It's like that's not great. You can step it up a little bit. I'll stop there then as well. Okay, that's why. Yeah, if it's a spooky movie, then I probably have not seen it or not know the much details about it. So sorry. Do you know if those models exist as a workshop? Have you seen those as a workshop items? I don't know what they'd be called. Because that'd be the only way I'll probably be able to get that as a thing. It's pretty complicated as well. Well, good luck with your idea. Hope it goes well with the resident votes. Which we'll do the voting at the end, I guess. Or maybe I could just choose one. Cause that's always hard. Because you guys always choose for your own stuff. So, but then I would choose the simplest, easy way out. Then I don't really learn much. But I'm also learning the entire program as well. And so there's also that, you know, that the challenge, I guess, is not only trying to make something, it's also trying to learn the actual program as well. That's why my Blender one was like sort of also like a huge challenge. Like, so I didn't quite go over as smoothly as I wanted because I only knew basic controls. You know, I knew the like modeling and texture work and creating assets in Blender more than strictly animation. You know, like I'd be able to animate this stuff that you see in the Paper Derpy movies pretty. With okay results, but trying to do something like this where it has all these different controls and all these stuff that's like, oh, this gets complicated. It's just how, because you imagine like 10-year-old me going like, uh-oh, what the heck is a spip spine 2 and a pos in XYZ? That's for math. Ah, geez, and not knowing literally what 99% of this means. Because I did try to do SourceMaker. I think the first video my Yoshi Greenwater channel was a SourceMaker SFM animation, where I had like the scout under. I recorded it with like gameplay, where I have them like just go under a waterfall and just kind of turn around. It was like a 3-second thing, and I was like, look, I did a thing. I want to practice putting it onto YouTube and go. Figured that out with trying to, if I wanted to do like other animations and wanted to just get something as a test out, you know. So I made that and it was like, cool. I don't like this. I don't like using SourceMaker. Just because like anything past like general like able to do like the video game stuff of just playing with that, not knowing anything of this stuff as well. Like you can imagine not knowing. I don't know. I guess you can't imagine not knowing any of this. What exactly any of this means. Now it's weird because like I'm going through like nostalgia, but also like knowing 99% of this now and going, okay, yeah, sure. Now it's just up to like knowing how SourceMaker itself handles this sort of stuff. Like, oh, I want to do a translation and move shell. Like, how do I do that right now? I probably have to select player 1, ooh, and then select. Probably like the body, get like a root transform, and then see if I can make she moves around. Get the position maybe. This might have to be in a specific camera. Let's see. That's a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of like, I want this to move now. There it is. So I got the graph editor, so I can play with these keyframes now. If I want the, what is that, Y to now be move up. And I can adjust it using these different curves. So these curves are saying the mathematical, the left to right means time, and up and down means value. So if I want this to happen faster, then we move it to the left. So it'll be faster there. If I move this to the right, that'll be slower. It's not much slower because it's only like 10 frames. But if I zoom out and kind of move this to go the opposite way, then up and down, that means it'll change its value. So it'll go the opposite way now. Then if it did the opposite, where it goes downward, So like stuff like that is like, huh? To my little 10-year-old mind, I'm going like, what? You know, I don't understand like how this graph. What does this graph editor mean? Like, what are these numbers? I don't think I even got that far. I probably got stuck on here and going like, why can't I animate anything? You can't animate on this layer. This is literally like the film strip of like, here's the, literally shot by shot, like what's happening. Like this is like compartmentalizing everything into one little strip here. And if I had like more shots to be afterward. So who even knows if I got that far? Not actually sure what this middle one is actually really for. It's a motion editor, and there's a graph editor. I'm more used to like what this looks. Even like the tutorial guy was like, this is what you probably used to in a 3D animation software, where it kind of plots all these numbers and graphs and stuff here to say like, oh, at this frame, what's the value of the position X, and it should be right about here, and that means something between here of negative 300 and something here. So what's the Y and the Z? So the Z shouldn't change much. So what if I can actually, if I delete some of these keyframes, because the Z doesn't change. Does that remove the keyframes and pops there? Hey, it doesn't. Cool. So it is a lot like Blender, where like each of these are different channels. Cool. Anyway. Cool. Another thing I don't know. Awesome. Anyway. So we got all that. How are we doing? Need more inspiration? Do we need to figure this out? Because otherwise, I think what's really cute is the companion cube. Because that's still my favorite. So if you want not that, or we have a different idea, let me know. Yeah, it's not with like, I'm gonna mispronounce this horribly. Our Rodame and the more famous SFM animator that he does the okay. There's a lot more animations and probably with their streams are a lot more chaotic, I guess, of like their storyline. So it's just basically just an animation test to make sure that I can even get something. Hopefully, finish something than the Blender animation, which I do plan. I should probably also say that I do plan to try and finish that. I have so many other projects and stuff. That's like, it's gonna be hard to find a free time to work on the Blender 3D animation one, where Derpy goes through the tree and then falls, and then it's the apple and the phone falls and all that. Yeah, it was just be fixing up the cleanup animation stuff, which now it's gonna be a little tricky. So now my brain is all into all this how these keyframes work and values and stuff. One thing I don't like is that you can't like pan this too easily. Like you like pan through here, and it's like you can't really. Yeah, it's just kind of awkward. You have to like go to a hand mode and then select here. It's like very, very archaic and very simplified. Everything does work, but it's just kind of tricky sometimes to get exactly like, oh, I need to click on hand to then move the graph editor. Let's see. Wait, a picture. I thought you meant you had a picture with a 5-year-old star. And saying that you're ontology. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that I didn't spend too much time with them. Or, I did go to the, yeah, that's right. That's the point. That we were at BronyCon 2019. We Star and I went to individually BronyCon and watched the SFM panel. My light turned off again, so it's okay. Let's see there. It's just more annoying that it's like going in and out than anything else. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, Purple, how you doing? If you have an idea for a SourceMaker animation, we came up with a couple of these. So everything that's in SourceMaker and a couple pony stuff as different ideas, let me know when I can. I'll see if I can animate it. Where was I going with that? Yeah, but the panel, that was really fun to listen to. I wasn't, it was, a lot of it, technical stuff was like going in one ear and out the other. It's like, I don't quite get it, of like the weird struggles that they might have of like, oh man, you sure did have a lot of time, tough time, getting that, vortex manipulator to squiggle around with your, it's like, what? So weird, even more stuff that's like, I don't understand with all that kind of stuff, SourceMaker has their own kind of stuff, but it is pretty simplified. It is taking a lot of like the basic principles of, if you know how to animate and in general, a bouncing ball kind of stuff, then regular 12 principle animations, I think I'd be pretty good in any kind of medium and animate. You can animate in any medium if you know the 12 principles and bouncing ball kind of tests and stuff, which bouncing ball kind of shows off a lot of the 12 principles anyway. Hi, Buttercup. Welcome. So yeah, if you guys are coming in, we're making a SourceMaker, SFM animation. This is my testing ground to play with this. So I can have whole sorts of pony characters, and just kind of make up a story with them. Any kind of ideas we can work with as a short story. And of course the audio stuff as well. So the old source Valve games are available as assets. So this map is actually huge. It's like entirety of the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. So if you go too far, then you start to like get into other places. If you get lucky, you can see the other places. So anyway. So I might choose this background. I might choose maybe like the testing ground. The file that I got right now is just like the testing, like basic bare bones one. So it's not too fancy. What do you think, Derpy? There you go. All right. She got it. There you go. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. I think we can probably start to like choose, or maybe start to narrow down the different ideas. Or at least start to like figure out like what we don't got, or what would be tricky to do. This might actually work. I should go back to, sorry. Okay, ideas. Derpy sitting directly muffins. I don't have a muffin model. If I did, and if I figured out how to get the import stuff, I want to make a custom one, then that'll definitely be possible. But for right now, I'm not sure about it. Yeah. Derpy juggles tiny derpies. We'll have to choose how many. Could be 100. Could be 2. Do a little fountain action, you know what I mean? That's in the running. I think that'd be pretty cute. I don't know if it can. Oop, I got my overrides. Thank you. I don't know if I can duplicate. How easy it is to duplicate. Like, can you just copy paste? Nope. Copy animation sets. Is there paste animation sets? Oh, I think I copied shell. So is there 2 of them? If I like offset, transform, go back into motion graph editor. Yeah, I think I just get distracted a bunch. Sorry. Oop, that almost worked. Transform. Yeah, I should go back. Okay, sorry. Revoting. Kind of decided whether or not some of these ideas are eligible to be voted. So this might not be. How do I say, like, let's not do this one. And this was to, yeah, that's what I was doing, is figure out whether or not I can have multiple derpies in the same scene. I think if I just import it, like the same way or something, that might work. I don't know. Like do the same, literally just add a new animation set and literally add the same thing again. That might work. I don't know. Let's see. Hi, Creative Weeb. I'm a noob to SourceMaker. I probably should have said that in the title or something. So that's why I'm freaking out with all this. Let's see. Should be possible. Don't know if clones work. Thank you, Frenchie. Let me get that. Different foods, main sex, and they each have a different reaction, and then she posts hers. Oh, that's really cute. I like that one. That's a huge thing, though. It's a huge title. Whoa. And then you got. Okay, cool. Derpy Hooves Panic Cube. That should be there. I mean, why wouldn't it be there? Shell and Portal 2 stuff should be in here. All mods. Cube. Companion. There you go. That's there. So we can see if we can import that in. It's not the... Hey. It doesn't have the heart. Isn't that part of it? It's been a while. Doesn't it need the heart to be a companion cube? Yeah. So this one has it. See, there's a heart symbol on it. That's weird. This one doesn't have the heart on it. Is it like a secret texture or something? I'm honestly not sure if I could go inside of it. Does it have anything? That's too far in. Okay. We'll figure that out. It's pink, so that's good. Unless there's maybe different skins? Nope. Does this have skins? Nope. Interesting. There's also all these different parameters that I can set to have sequences and skins, different colors, different textures, different colors and textures for stuff. So maybe. Let's see. So that should be possible. Let's see. YouTube Bloom pages. Actually, with Toon Bloom, that's actually kind of complicated. Yeah, with Toon Bloom, it's just like having multiple characters is more heavy on Toon Bloom. It's actually pretty easy to have like 10 characters on the screen in 3D. I've learned that it's like, oh, I can have like 500 instances of a tree on the scene and not have slowdown. What's going on? But if I do that in Toon Bloom, it'd be like, you want how many frames a second? Oh, like best I can do is like 1. You know, like jeez. So I don't think that'd be much of a problem there. Well, we'll see when we get there, you know. Yeah. I can like frame it to be a little bit simpler. I have some ideas of like how to frame it to make it simple and to animate. So, as a ambitious animator, that I can probably make that work. Exported 1, imported 2 companion cubes. Oh, that's right. I know the first one they definitely had hearts. Did the Portal 2 ones? Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Was the Portal 2 cubes? Maybe they don't have the hearts in them. That's lame. Oh, because they all got they got burned in the incinerator in Portal 1. That's right. Let's see. Okay. And then, as a fun idea, we had Captain Falcon in the test one, where he jumps through a castle window. So, is he crashing out? I don't know. I don't think there's a glass. I don't know if there's like a glass particle system to be able to make glass, or else he's just literally just jumping through a glassless window, and then he's like, yeah, you know. Where he does the I could like find references of like his different poses in Smash and like do like the knee pose, the kneecap pose where he's knee of justice. Just kind of have him be in that pose. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Oh, that'd be good. Or it could be, well, what if it's two Derpies and they boop each other, and then they boop their own noses? That'd be great. Kind of like that, actually. Let's make this a bit smaller. I have too many ideas. Is that okay if I change it? Because I think just having it be another random character might be... Unless you gotta... If you had a specific one, I'll be able to do that. Each other's nose. And then... Oops. Boop. Their own noses. Oh. Noses. There you go. Beep. Okay. We were out to Ken Falcon. We figured that out. Okay. Then we did the next one. Not sure about that. I don't know reference material. I don't know source material. Here we go. Copy it there. There you go. Yeah, I spelled it. In some way. Actually, I don't know how to fix it. Anyway, let's see. Those are the same ones. Okay, cool. Cool. Is it okay if I just pick one? Because I actually think the boop ones or the companion cubes are good. Those are my two favorites. Are the hug companion cube and Derpy and a clone boop each other and they boop their own noses. What would the hug actually be? I think Cookie had an idea that she would kind of like have like a little bit of motion to like grabbing it and then like moving her arms up and down or something, kind of like the head on it in a pose. I can just draw it. What am I doing? Where did he have? Come on. Something like this on that, and then, oops. Yep. And it's kind of like up and down with the arms, and then kind of doing something like that, I guess. So it can work. Beep. Derpy starting to blink in the camera for 12 seconds, 9 rounds. Should I add that, or is that a ruse? That would be it would be challenging. It's actually unblinking. I would think I deleted it. Whoops! I deleted it. Uh-oh. I can't undo it. I'll just get it again. Beep. There you go. With something like that, is that break again. What's going on? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, Flash has a dumb system of. It's like actually masking the. You can't see the full thing for some reason. A lot of the time, unless I do some specific. Like I have to make the text box bigger, but it's also like having something else going on. Might have to. Whoa, let's break it even further. Interesting. If how not great this works. So I might have to make a new duplicate. Oh, there it is. It went to the top. Well, I'll just do this up, and then it goes too far, and then it breaks. screen. There you go. What? You guys saw that. You What the? Okay, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, it's view dependent. What the what? Whoa. There's nothing else going on. I could make it into a symbol, and then. Nope. Okay. Well, that's it. Why is text also extremely glitchy in Flash? Come on. That's incredible. It's been a while. Let's see. There you go. It's just simply no animation whatsoever. I was actually gonna say before everything exploded that just imagine it, I guess. The extra text. Sorry. That the for that story or like animation, it would be some sort of like secondary motion to like have her kind of like even just kind of like idle and like breathe, I guess. It could be like her being like, you know, full page eyeball, and then you do the little really squinty. But then it would like have some sort of like motion to it, like an ocean kind of like, you know, some sort of like animation to like have her still kind of like move or like have a, instead of blinking, like it's still kind of like really breathing. So that's what I was thinking, that something would happen with that. Anyway, let's see, I didn't quite get through everything. Maybe we can, oh, there it is. See, maybe I just delete this one, which we decided a superior version. Hopefully that's okay. Version of that. Now it's there. Okay. Okay. But we gotta choose one. That's the end of the stream, is to figure out which one of these to go for. People in chat. How should we do this actually? Because I do have ones that I would like to do, but maybe we can vote on just those then. I think companion key might not be that great as much as. Is it okay? I mean, you guys voted for all. You guys suggested all these, I should say. You guys suggested all these, so I think it's kind of up to me then to kind of decide. Is that okay? If I go ahead and decide like which ones I want, which one I want to do. Because then there's less of a you versus yourselves kind of a thing, and you guys infighting, I guess. I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay with choosing one. It'd be up to you, if you guys are up to that as well. Because I think that'd be simpler. I'm already highlighting it. Get a notification from BabsCon apparently. I've never been to BabsCon. Thank you. Okay. That was on Discord. Yeah, okay. I made up my mind. I'm just gonna go with the booping nose one, because I think that'll be easy and fun. And only one acid, sort of. If it's just Derpy against yourself. I like that one. Thank you, Frenchie. We kind of worked on that together. Let's see. Ooh, we gotta see the Coco. I'll put it in the oh, that's really cute. But then in towards the time, which we will go to now. So thank you guys. So yes, next time, next 46-ish hours, Thursday, I will be working on a source Filmmaker animation where I try to have a Derpy and clone Booby Turtle's nose and a Booby their own noses. We'll see how horrible and technically complicated this can get. So yeah, next time we'll start in like now that we got the story, we can make a storyboard, and then play it not so much by ear, but maybe make it kind of a structured thing, because it's always more fun to like make a storyboard anyway. So I think I'll make a storyboard. Maybe I can make that on my own time. Yeah, that'll be easier. Make a storyboard on my own time of making this, and then lay it out in Source Maker, SFM, and then go probably just starting to keyframe it out. That might be good. Thinking to myself, but I think that'll be good. Okay, let's go towards the time. Where do I have it? Thank you guys. And thank you, Frenchie, for your suggestions, and everyone else's. Thank you, Star and Cookies, for your ideas. Yeah, okay. Okay. Welcome. I'm gonna open this picture. How should I do this? I can like have it be just a picture on top. I can have it be a stream element, maybe. I can do that. New element, image, add, new, add source, browse. How complicated this is. Desktop, where did I put it? Beep. There you go. I'll hide it over to fan art from now. There you go. Yay! Look at her go. Here we go. What's the name for this fan art slideshow? So I can have that here, and then slideshow and turn off, so it'll never show up. There we go. Okay, that's set up. Nice. Take care. Take care to you too, Frenchie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Let's see. There's just art. Yeah, that's I'm not. It's going to be a still image, so it's not going to roll through with the rest of the fan art. How about that? That should be fine, right? Let me calibrate my face for a bit. My body was a little bit offset a little bit there. Let's see. Yeah, so my source Filmmaker experience is extremely limited. I didn't finish the first video, in case you guys were gonna start looking for that. I believe I'm 99.97% sure that I deleted the video, so unless there's a way to figure that out, which is not gonna be cool, with some of the ones that I put up there. Nothing weird, but it's just like, I don't want you guys to look at that. It's why I've deleted it, you know? Maybe it's just a bad pixel or something bad happened. I don't know. But anyway, they're okay. Yeah, so I have no way to re-find my original SFM animation. I have a memory of it, and I'm sure I can recreate it in 5 seconds compared to how long it took to make it. Yeah. I know once we get into it, I'll have to slow it down every time I talk about something new, I guess. Because I realize that, yeah, that graphing apparently was with the graph editor is complicated. Once I kind of like digest it and kind of go, okay, here's, you know, this line means what this means, and this is kind of plotting. It's just like graphing, you know, and it got different curved lines, and it just means the ease ins and ease outs. So that's all it is. And of course, that all just translates into something in the game world and the SFM world, because of course. But yeah, it's all this kind of stuff does kind of does take a while to learn, and it's like it just this kind of stuff in animation stuff doesn't quite come naturally. That's probably why I rage quit. I softly rage quitted out of SFM and didn't quite feel too strongly about it. So sorry if you're into that, but it just wasn't my scene. My scene was more 2D, and I just like the appeal and the overall aesthetics of 2D just kind of look better to me. So I'm easing enough on that. You know, I'm having the paper derpy movie backgrounds be 3D. So I'm not totally against 3D. It's just like I'm not sure if I like 3D characters. I feel like 3D characters and 3D models, especially ones that are supposed to be 2D characters, don't always look great, or they lose some sort of appeal that that a specific, you know, character designer designed a character specifically to look good in 2D, trying to translate that into a 3D character just never really looks great. It wasn't left. And have you watched any funny videos on YouTube? I think I have seen some funny videos on YouTube. Thank you, Elijah. Yeah, I was actually thinking, side tangent on that, that I wanted to do try to not laugh challenge, where it's like the opposite, where it's like you guys send videos, and if I don't laugh, then you guys fail. Because I'm gonna laugh at anything. I'm gonna laugh at everything. So challenge is to make me not laugh with a funny video or something. Try to think about that more or something. Or it just is too much to like put together, I guess. And it's just like I don't know. Never really feel comfortable trying to chase that trend. That's so old now, but anyway, yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking like, oh, the first video is gonna make me laugh, so it's like I have to make this somehow more interesting for me as well, because I'm gonna laugh at the first video. So it's just like, well, how else can I spin it then? Because I guess it's part of the challenge, but it's like I don't want that to be the challenge. So you guys have to chat, or people have to send in videos, and then that you think are funny, and if I think that they're not funny, then you lose. Something weird with that. Yeah. Everybody issues me. Yeah, maybe put it in the Discord share tent or something. Maybe I'll see it there if you're on there. I'm not actually sure. There's too many not people I don't know. It's all mixed around. Anyway, yeah. Where was I going with that? Yeah, it was a source maker. We'll figure it out. Oh, and the deleted video as well. That was such a test. I was like, this doesn't work great. Generic hola. Hi, Louis. Let's see. Why didn't you hear about that? It's the actual Disney Channel, because it got Disney XD and Disney Plus. Huh. Haven't heard about that. It seems like a big thing that I haven't heard about. Guess I haven't watched that in a while. I haven't watched Disney Channel since my teenage years, which is segue into when I made that first video that I think I must have been on my laptop's hard drive in 2013 or something. And I deleted the video off YouTube, and apparently it got lost on that hard drive, or it's somewhere, and I'm not sure how to find it, so unfortunately I don't have the raw file for it, so whoops. Yeah. Same with, I think, a couple other stuff. I was trying to think if there's any more. I think that was the only published, you know, quote, published at a certain time, or so, as a film animation that I've done. So, yeah. going around in circles with all this. Let's see. Disney Plus is going so well, they decided to see Disney on TV. Actually, I want to see, make sure about that. I trust you, but let me just make sure. See if there's any Disney news. What do you call it? Getting shut down, getting canceled. Oh yeah, the Owl House. Oh man. Let me get some juice. Hang on. Yeah. Disney Plus leads to shut down to more Disney channels. Whoa. Goodbye. Reportedly could be following our Disney Channel, Disney Junior, Fox Crime, Fox Life, FX, Fox Movies, Fox Action Movies, Fox Family Movies, Fox Sports 2, Fox Sports 3, Nat Geo People. Wonder why that's going away. No way, Stars. I didn't know Disney owned Stars. Oh, okay. Stars Movies in China. SCM Legends, Star Sports 1, Star Sports 2, and Channel 5, or V, I don't know. Huh. I'm new with this. April this year. Huh. Because I've been watching Disney XD. To watch. I think I watched like one episode of Owl House. I haven't watched any of it, so I just was like, hey, there it is. So yeah, I have Disney Plus, so yeah, that's interesting. That it's doing so well that might as well just get it on there. But not everyone has a streamable device, but I guess it's on phones, so I guess that kind of mutilates that. Wow. And I guess then you can cast it onto a smart TV, but not everyone has a smart TV though. Huh. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. Wow. Anyway, it's a new era. We definitely have a new Disney CEO or whatever. Huh. I guess Disney owns like a whole bunch of stuff anyway, so they can do whatever they want. It's probably cheaper to delete these channels anyway. So we know one of them is in China. Disney a whole bunch in Southeast Asia and Hong Kong later this year. Someone reports that 18 channels in Southeast Asia and Hong Kong will be shut down from October 1st. Ah, okay. So this article in April was like, so these will shut down in October. So, huh. And then, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Star. And thank you for all the ideas. That was really helpful. Yeah. I get you goodbye wave at the set up. Okay. Thank you, Star. Hope to see you again on next stream. Yeah. That's a bet. Oh, okay, you're playing with fire with that. Doing it in caps. Come on. Oh man. Accident. Let's see. Where are we? We're on Tuesday. Let me get some more water. So, been doing some Patreon previews for, apparently I'm doing it on Wednesdays now, where I'll have a little update to the Paper Derpy movie. So we're on chapter 6 now, working on that. It's actually progressing pretty well. All things considered, like I keep wanting to add more stuff into this environment. So I'm 3D modeling a huge environment for the next section. So it just took forever to like really like nail down and figure out like the like style and look to everything. So it's kind of hard because I keep like learning new Blender procedural texture stuff, where you can have the patterns be mathematically generated instead of like having a specific like texture map. Um, like, oh, I designed something in Photoshop and say, here's like a pretty pattern. Please place this pattern on a 3D model or a different, face or something, and then have it just be that. You can't really play around with that. So I've been playing around to play with Blender procedural stuff where it's kind of just having Blender make different patterns on its own and then just kind of playing with parameters of that. So now it's kind of like, oh, some of these are a bit too complex, so I'm probably going to just dial down to more cartoony style. Where my water is like, that looks a bit too real. So I might have to like just go back to everything and say, dial it down into cartoony style and texture work. So, but it was good to like art test it to say like, this is what I want, it was an idea. I had it bubbling in my mind to do something like that where I wanted to do a try to laugh or something challenge. I don't know what I would think, what I would call it. It's not now we're working on an SFM animation. It's going to be a while to round trip around to that. If I wanted to do that, problem is that I don't quite want to do it, and it's just too tricky to set it up anyway. And I have to like moderate it, and like I also have to like not see it as well. I have to like not see the videos and hope that maybe when I go on air that the Cooking Star choose good ones, random else or wherever I have as a moderator. It's just too complicated. I just don't like feeling it. I don't feel like doing it, even as a next thing. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't on the docket at all. That's why I didn't put it on the poll either. Also because I kind of forgot about it anyway and didn't want to talk about it much. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I just want to explain that. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing it. So it was just an idea. I was like, that'd be interesting, but also not that much thought was put into it as far as an idea of it. You know what I mean? So anyway, where was it going? Usual stuff. Oh, the texture work. Yeah, I'll have to make it more cartoony. So I'll have a preview of that to kind of show like my progress. To see like, look, it's getting a little better. Some stuff we're not textured yet. Mostly just modeling stuff now. Making different assets and stuff. There's a new, thought in my head saying, hey, why don't you animate your Derpy movie stuff now in SourceMaker? Why don't you just make it in SourceMaker now that you have like 1% idea of what you're doing in SourceMaker now? And it's like, well, just saying that that doesn't help. As well as I kind of have everything kind of set up to be very personalized, very like customized for what exactly I want with Blender. So Blender's a 3D modeling software that I'm using to model and animate. I'm modeling and animating in Blender for a movie. So, but with SourceMaker, it's more of a dedicated animation software with game assets kind of mixed in. So it's kind of like, it's more like a game engine that you can kind of keyframe. So, as well as SourceMaker is still, it's in beta. I was going to say something else though. The lighting engine, the way that it calculates lights, so if you have a light source in SourceMaker, the way that the math and behind the scenes calculations for how light, if light touches an object and like creates a shadow, what's the quality and what's the way that it looks, just aesthetically, just how it looks. You even saw like how it had it has everything has like a pattern like overlaid on top of. When we get into it closer, you'll see that there's like a Dithering pattern on top of everything. That's the way that the light is like hitting an object and like trying to figure out and trying to bounce off and trying to do a very basic ray casting kind of style of lighting, which is a completely different rendering engine and lighting engine to how Blender works. So Dithering is like this kind of like cross trying to think of you have a scarf and it's like in a grid pattern and creates this really small pattern, something like that. So Blender has much more smoother and much more advanced lighting engine. The way that I have lighting set up in Blender has like it be sort of like full bright, so it's like everything is being lit exactly the same. There's no shadows, so everything kind of looks like it's less realistic. It makes it more like a cartoon, because I can. There's no like ambient occlusion, which means if there's a light source hitting the object and the light and the object has let's say like an overhang and like a duck, like there's a bill on a duck, and if you shine a light source like near the top of a duck, and then the bill of the duck might cast a shadow onto the body, that's ambient occlusion, where like the object itself is in casting a shadow from its own source, kind of a mesh itself kind of a thing. So whether or not Source Maker does that, I'm not actually sure, but I think there is some, but it's just not quite as accurate or probably not as great. It's 10 years old technology trying to trying to do as best as it can to. It goes Source SFM goes more for performance than prettiness, let's say. And Blender is like this generalist, so it's like it's good for that kind of stuff, for just getting a nice pretty picture when it wants to and be able to do everything. Probably not as the best, but it's definitely able to do everything, so it's really great. And Elijah, you don't have Discord, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on that, so sorry. Yeah, maybe you can describe it in text without the link, and I can give you a little haha. Yeah, because if we start linking it, then it'll be kind of incentive, or and I don't want people to. If it's something that I don't quite agree with, let's say, then we'll work to have it be spread to everywhere. Does that make sense? To not link it, but maybe you can describe it of like, oh, there was like 2 people, and then that happened, and I was like, wow, that sounds like a funny situation or something. I don't know. So sorry. Yeah, if you put it in Discord or something, then maybe we'll be able to figure it out. But you don't have Discord, so yeah, that solves that then. Okay, cool. Boop. I think we're just about on time. So yeah, I'll wrap up. We'll continue with the SFM animation. We'll see how cool we get with that. I'll get the sorbet and layout stuff with that. I'll have the Patreon Wednesday post. I'll have maybe some free time. I might work on the Blender Derpy animation so I can have that finished. As well as I'll work on, that's about it. Well, actually, the movie itself, I have to work on that. And then my regular work stuff with Midnight Mirror, so I have to work on that as well. You don't care about that. Please watch the Midnight Mirrors when it comes out, but don't have to worry about. I'm working on it. Anything else? I think that's good. So we'll continue with this and see where we go from there. Yeah. Thank you, Elijah. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll have fun. And thank you for the all the suggestions, everyone. This is fun. Thank you for Cookie. Thank you for the pretty Coco picture over here. I didn't quite look at it too much. Let's see. I want to look at it more. Very nice. Oh, it's like sewing a little cute thing. Did we figure out like what's that sewing? Who's it for? She's trying really hard to make a red napkin thing, dress thing. It's very cute. I love the squishy head, that kind of style. It's like It's hard to make that look cute in 3D. That's just I'm just playing it out there. um, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you know, I gotta. She's practicing. Okay, maybe she's like younger. She got bigger eyes. So maybe that could be something like that, where she's making her first thing, and that's why she has the inexperience of like the all the all the bandages to say, oh, she poked herself, maybe something like that. It's just like her first time trying to do this kind of. I mean, realistically, with these kind of hooves, that's bound to happen, I guess. um, that even in the G5 movie, it doesn't quite always make sense when they're holding stuff. It's like, how did you, how how are you firmly grasping that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can always do any kind of mistakes with no key mark and just say, oh, they're just younger and haven't got it yet. Maybe it's the angle. With that kind of shading, it's almost like the very, let me get an arm. I'm very happy about that. Let's see. I'm below it apparently. Let's move it down. Look over yet? Yeah. So you can see about the angle of it. It's almost like the cutie mark could be like, oh, this is fun. Be almost where like the shading work is. It's like where the edge of it is, and then it could be wrapped around behind her. It would be where the cutie mark can kind of start, I would think. So like it wouldn't be just like here because that's kind of like, well, this is the inner hip, I guess, here, and then like when she's like normally standing to be more close over here. So you just be like barely out of frame or barely out of edge here, I would think, would be where the cutie mark would be. So, would you agree with that, Kiki, or am I completely off with that? That would be somewhere over there, more towards where we can actually see it. My throat is horribly. Yeah, I should probably stop soon. This will be the last thing then. Yeah. See if I can just quickly remove some of this other stuff there. Okay, cool. It's always happy accidents that kind of happen with these, so don't you worry about that. Unless it's not, you know, it's intentional, and I actually got it on the nose where, you know, that the conversation machine really is supposed to not have a market. Okie dokie. There you go. I guess should I shout you out or Cookie to say like go follow Cookie on social media, I guess, of Derpy Hooves? Is that fair? Otherwise I know we talked about that tonight, but I always feel like I want to. I just get into the habit of like I want to credit all you guys, but it's kind of hard sometimes because sometimes a lot of people work on it, or like source Filmmaker is like somehow open source, and it's like even when going to like that DeviantArt defined the source Filmmaker ponies, it's like who knows how many people worked on it, because like there was the base version which was just a horse, and then who knows if one person made all the hair, then like the tail, and then the customization of all these, and like the rigging could all be different people, you know. And it's like, how am I supposed to know how to say? And here it is, credits to whoever made it, but also a whole bunch of people. Maybe it's hard. So I just want to give you due, you know, as best I can. I think I'll take that, take us out with that. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. We'll be back on Thursday where we'll continue with this to make a layout and 3D version of the Derpy and a clone Boop each other's nose and Boop their own noses. We'll be doing that. I'm very sorry, Derp. Yeah, I am wrapping up. My throat is very not great right now. It's very dry. I need to get some juice and then perhaps probably just dinner. So I'm not really made to talk for a really long time and yell for a long time, so I'm sorry. Yeah, let me do it. Okay, cool. thank you guys again. We'll be back. Derpy Chew, you can watch the VOD where you can start from the beginning of this. You can see how much wild and crazy time we had today. It wasn't really that crazy, but I'm just trying to sell it so you can actually watch it so I can get that 1 billionth of a cent from your AdSense. So it's not that much. Anyway, sorry about that. It's not really much. I don't really get to see the money until like months later. Anyway, so it's not like I'm gonna buy anything with it right now. I can't because I don't have it. Anyway, sorry. Bye guys. I have five hands. Let's see. There we go. That's it. See you next time. Thank you. Great outro. Way to go, me. Alrighty. Sorry. Thank you again. Come back around next time. Okay. I'm gonna stop. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Oh boy.